everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and yes, we are finally going to get the Raptor wrap. So I know that all of you have loved the spec on this with the black and the blue interior, but it is going to be no more shortly, and I feel like Doug might get mad at me because he told me to clean the truck and there's kind of like leaves all over there. And I mean, I tried. I washed off last night and then this decided to happen, so it's not as clean as what I wanted it to be. However, I'm going to give you guys kind of one more look at the truck while it's black, because the next time you see it, it's not going to be black. I think this is probably one of my favorite angles on the Raptor, because you can just see like just how good it looks from the side, all the suspension, everything, and then also the wide body is really easy to see from this angle. The rear, not as much, because like, other than the fact that it's got that on the back, which some people have been deleting this. If you get a Ford Raptor, do not delete this. You just don't. Keep it like that on the back. That's pretty much, I mean, it's kind of, it still looks kind of like a Raptor, but not as much. Like when you're like dead on in the back, if I just had like a regular little like Ford oval, which again looks ugly on the Raptors, don't do it. It's kind of like hard to tell that it's actually a Raptor, not a regular F-150. And then I've loved the look of these bead locks, and so many people are like, wow, they're actually real bead locks. Yes, Raptors do have real bead locks from the factory if you order it. The side steps, I've loved the usability on them so far as well. And then the whole front end, I mean, yes, this is probably my favorite part, because it just looks so sweet on the front end. I will unveil part of the wrap. So just like I did on the Rebel, where I wrapped the skid plate like matte black, we're going to wrap the skid plate to match kind of the whole bumper setup. So you've got this color on the bumper that's kind of like magnetic right there. It's really hard to tell in the camera. Hopefully you guys can kind of see, you know, the color on that. Now there's this part on the front. That's probably where we're going to make the skid plate match, because that's what the skid plate's touching, just so that there's no more silver on it. I know that everyone keeps that silver on the Raptors even when they wrap it, but I don't like it, so no more. That is the part that I will unveil in the wrap, is we are wrapping that. Am I painting the tow hooks? Not yet, but maybe in the future. We will see. So now we're going to head over to Doug's place, which is Elite Vinyl Works. He does a ton of stuff. So he does window tint, he does vinyl wraps, he does paint protection film, which is something I am considering doing on the Raptor. Obviously the wrap will protect all the paint, but the stuff that I'm not wrapping, like the bumpers and then the fender flares, I am considering putting paint protection film on it. I haven't decided 100%, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap the color, the top color, and then depending on how that top color looks with the fender flares, I might end up wrapping the fender flares a different color on the bumpers and everything. And if I do that, then obviously I'm changing the color of the skid plate. But yeah, so we're wrapping the top first, and then I'll kind of decide if I'm going to do paint protection film or what I'm going to do there. And so yeah, let's head out. So now we won't be seeing the Raptor for almost a week. Well, I mean, for you guys it's going to be like 2 seconds, but for me it's going to be like a week, so bye. And I also want to show you guys an Audi quickly that he wrapped, and yeah, let's get over to that. But bye, Raptor. So this is the Audi that he just wrapped. He's actually wrapping this Escalade right now, but this wrap is insane. I absolutely love it. I mean, just look at how cool this is. I think it says an S4. I might be wrong. I think it's an S4. But yeah, I mean, it just looks crazy. It's just one of those wraps that's just, yeah. I should do something like this one day. I should get like a, and this was like a whole project car. Like this is a car that he fully has rebuilt and all that kind of stuff and wrapped it, and now it looks crazy. So I've got the wrap like halfway done right now. Got the orange all over the tailgate and the back, and then the roof is all starting now. And no, I'm not a Broncos fan, but obviously we've got the blue interior. And something that I'm thinking, I gotta go back to the back to show you guys, is I'm thinking about adding orange to the letters on the Ford. Obviously you guys aren't gonna be able to make the decision because this video is gonna be released after I've already made the decision to do it or not do it. But I saw a truck that was green and it had the letters green on the back, so just the Ford letters, not the Raptor logo or the F-150 logo. They're a little bit too small to wrap, and then also they're just plastic, and so vinyl won't stick to them, whereas this is smooth enough that vinyl will stick to it. The other idea is to put basically orange behind and around the letters, but this is textured plastic, so it doesn't stick as well as to what this material is, so we'll kind of have to see if that'll work. But either way, probably going to add orange to the tailgate, but it's kind of coming on. You can see it just from this angle. It almost looks like what it will look like when it's fully orange. It is insane. Okay, I need your help. I don't know what this car is here. I think it's just a kit car because those are super popular in Utah. Oh, we're gonna catch up. So you can see the exhaust tips are out like the back of the car, and yeah, I've never seen that before. I don't know what it is. Here, we're getting a little bit closer to it. Sorry, I'm trying to like handle the camera and drive, and this isn't working very well. Yeah, like what is that? I've never seen that before. And the guy's probably like, why is this guy filming? Oh, cool, we're coming up to a stoplight, so then give me a second. Okay, so we are starting off again, and maybe you guys can kind of see the front through the mirror right there. Yeah, there you go. Let me know if you guys know what this car is, because I think it's just a kit car, but I don't know. It looks pretty cool though, and it sounds like a little rice rocket, so it sounds like it's got like a 4-cylinder in it, but it still looks really cool. And yeah, we're done. Okay, so we've got more of the wrap done, and by we I mean Doug has got more of the wrap done. I haven't done anything really. But the decision has been made that I'm probably going to wrap these letters, just not at this time, but down the road we're going to get the letters wrapped so that those are matching with the orange. And if you're wondering why I have this booklet in my hand, it's going to come in play in a second. But now we've got the full length of the truck wrapped on this side. The other side just getting finished up, but it looks really good. And I can tell the camera's not fully doing it justice. It kind of looks orange on the camera, but there it looks like more yellow than it actually is. It's actually more orange than that. But yeah, the wrap looks super sweet, and this time, since I did choose black, don't have to tuck it as far, obviously, to make it so you can't see the, you know, undercoat of it and everything, and also don't have to wrap all the way back there as well. But now we got to get to the booklet. So the booklet's coming in handy because that's what we're wrapping the skid plate. So you can see the skid plate right now is that silver finish, but we're going to be wrapping it this dark satin gray, which you can see is right here, which pretty much identically matches the top of the bumper right there. You can see they're pretty, if I put it just like that, they're almost the same exact color. So that's what the skid plate's going to be, so then it all matches and everything will kind of look the same. Then obviously Ford logo on the front will also be wrapped, but yeah, coming together beautifully. So here's our first full view of the truck, finally done with all of the wrap, and I can already tell it's just not coming through in the camera, so it's way oranger in person. The camera kind of makes it look a little bit yellow. If I go really close, you can kind of see just how orange it actually is. And then we've got all the window tint done. I didn't go to the windshield though, by the way, don't worry about that. But we got all the rest of the window tint done. And I was thinking about making these pillars orange for just a split second last night, but then it looks so much better black, especially when you open up the door. It's just, the whole like look of it is a lot cleaner, and yeah, the whole truck just, it completely transforms it. It looks so much better than it did with just the black. And I saw like a bunch of black Raptors driving over here today, so super glad with this. It looks amazing. And this looks better than what the Rebel looked like, in my opinion, actually. I think that this just contrast is so much better. And yes, we have the blue with the orange, but trust me, it makes sense. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit more in-depth look later today, which obviously is going to be like 5 seconds in this video because I've got to go film and everything, but I just wanted to give you guys one more look. And it looks a little bit more orange now that it's outside, and you can kind of see it in natural lighting. But oh my goodness, completely transformed the truck. I almost just slept on ice. It is horrible outside right now. But yeah, completely just transform the truck. Now I'm seeing it like this, I think I definitely want to add the Raptor logo to the back of the bed. I think that would look really cool. And I was going to do like a black stripe, but I think all being orange on that bottom part and everything, I think that looks fantastic. And the only thing for sure obviously is we ordered out the vinyl. Like I said last night, we did order out the vinyl for the bottom skid plate, so that'll be coming in shortly. I'm excited for that because then everything will be, you know, the same color and all that. But I will see all of you in a little bit. So I finally made it back after everything today, and I am loving this orange color on the Raptor. I wanted to drive it around for a bit so I can kind of give you guys an idea of, you know, what my thoughts are overall, and I am loving the color. It looks fantastic. Camera still isn't doing it justice, but with the lights on, it looks super cool. So I think that I should do the Ford logo. I know I've said this like 5 times in the video, but I think that's what I should do, is a Ford logo in orange with the truck. The next thing I'm going to be doing is obviously getting a bed liner, since the bed is just painted and black and it kind of looks funny. And is that vinyl down there? Hello vinyl, how are you doing? But yeah, bed liner is going to be the next thing for the truck, and then obviously the logos like that, and then the over laminate that I'm putting over this, I haven't decided if I want to do it now, because seeing this in the gloss finish, I'm thinking, because the laminate, by the way, is a matte finish. That's the only like hint that I'll give you guys. I think I'm going to keep this gloss, and so I got to find a different laminate that'll kind of go with the Raptor. But yeah, it looks insane. Let's go to the front so you guys can see that. The marker lights kind of look almost like more yellow than they were before, even though they're orange, obviously. But yeah, I mean, it just looks insane now with the wrap. I absolutely love it. And by the way, I've had a lot of people ask me, you know, how I've adjusted to driving this since it's wider than the Rebel. It's only 4 inches wider than the Rebel, so it's actually really easy to park. Obviously, I kind of went a little bit too far to that side, but I didn't hit anything. But yeah, I mean, it's really easy for me to park and maneuver. It's only 4 inches wider than the Rebel, so it really hasn't been that big of a change. Now that I've got some time, I wanted to show you guys the contrast now that you can kind of see. So the orange to the black, it looks really nice. And leaving this open, I actually really like this. So we decided design-wise to leave this little keyhole open. It's really hard to wrap in there anyways, but leaving that open is kind of like a cool thing because you got like the black button on the outside, and then you have the keyhole right there. And then obviously the black pillars like that. I was gonna wrap those orange, but I decided to just leave it black because it looks so much cleaner. And now with the window tint, it's perfect, but I'm kind of thinking I might want to go dark on the front. That being said though, I mean, you can see the contrast, you know, coming to the interior, it really isn't that much of a shock. Again, no, I'm not a Broncos fan, but yeah, the interior obviously is blue. And so going from the exterior, which is orange, to the interior is blue, it's a little bit, but I mean, honestly, I really like it because I love the blue interior, I love the Recaro seats, and I am loving this orange paint. But I want you guys to let me know what you think of the new wrap on the truck in general. I want to see what your opinion is in the comment section down below. If you would go for this, or if you think it was a little bit too much, you know, in terms of overkill. But anyways, if you happen to be stopping me for the first time, please subscribe, comment down below what you think, and then I will see all of you in that next video.